Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Priceless Moments with Steph. This is where I share with you moments into my world of being a wife, mother, sister, friend, and a woman of faith. Guys, this week, your girl going into her third trimester. Home stretch. Never could have made it. Guys, this week, I will be heading into my third trimester, as mentioned not long ago. And what I am doing here is just packing up my bags. Can you tell your girl is ready? Like, ready? And that's on period. Okay? All right. So here is what I have. Like, I am a minimalist. At best, a minimalist. I am not too much into the whole packing up this and packing up that, because I feel like them just like gonna give you everything at the hospital that you need anyways, especially for the baby. Plus me kind of want to keep some space in my bag for where them I give me for care home and all of them things. Don't judge me, because I know I want to do it. So anyways, here's what I have. So I went to Target a couple of weeks ago, and I basically got two little onesies. Look at this. How cute. Don't sleep on Target. Can never. And I pretty much got two or three swat cloths, really. And that's literally it for the baby's bag. Like, for real, there's nothing much in there. Just that and two onesie and the swaddle cloth. But that's it. And in yours truly, again, minimalist at best. So what I did here, I packed my little mini toiletry bag. I went to CVS the other day just to kind of pick up some of those little, you know, little travel size stuff and all of that. So that's what I did, and I packed in my bag. The lady saw me checking out. She was just like, "Oh, are you going on a trip? Are you traveling, rather?" She's like, "Are you traveling?" I said, "Yes, to the hospital." She goes, "Oh, you're pregnant." And I go, "No, it's a hernia that I've been carrying over the last few months." I joke, me never tell her that, but I mean, look at me. I can't be missed these days. But anyways, I wasn't being rude. That was not how I responded to her. I just told her yes, and she proceeded to congratulate me and whatever. So anyhow, hold on then. So anyhow, here in my little toiletry bag, as I showed you before, I have my little mini toothpaste, my little travel size hand sanitizer, and these were just like $1 or something like that over there. And then these little, you know, mini mouthwashes, and I have my deodorant, and come on. It's been a minute. Don't judge me. It has been a minute. Okay, so depending on what time I get scheduled in the morning, if I don't get to do this at home, guess what? It will be done when I arrive at the hospital, be it in my private room bathroom or in the public bathroom downstairs before them call me names. So anyhow, that is my little travel bag. I usually, on a normal day when I'm not pregnant and me feel like for roam the street, on a normal day, if you cannot find me, TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx, usually one of two locations, but I will not disclose that. These Olay body butter, the business, I literally go in there and I clean them off of the shelf. Shh, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. So these are so good, especially for me now since I got pregnant. There are certain smells that I really did not like, and this is one of those scents where it is so mild, it is so powdery. I really love it, and the man have to use it to appease me. Yeah, so the Olay body butter. So that I have. And my toothbrush. Can't forget the toothbrush. Oh, wait. Something else that I make sure to pack that me not gonna forget. Sis have our makeup bag. Because why? It is going to be a very long day for you, for me, and for this little one coming. So why not? Picture of a tech and all them things. So yes, I did pack my makeup bag. I remember when I went to go have Lizzie. The doctor walked in the room and I was literally on the bed putting on my foundation. Again, why not? It is going to be a very long day. So yeah, and for Ethan, I remember I had braids, right? And then I walked into the hospital and the receptionist at the front desk, she was so nice. She was just like, hey, good morning. You know, may I see your ID? And I went ahead and I gave her my ID, and then she proceeded in asking me, so who's the visitor? And I stood back and I'm like, ma'am, I'm the patient. And she drew back and she looked at me and she was like, well, you're all dolled up. I said, yes, I know. Thank you. And then I come trip me and kill me. No. So sis have our makeup bag and sis is going in prepared, right? All right. So now to my bag. I don't have a lot of things in there. So here is what I have. So I have one little I have my little robe for kind of like, you know, maybe day 2 or day 3, depending on how long they plan to keep me. If me get too tired of them, and them night time, I have my little robe can put on, right? Easy access for breastfeed and them things. I literally have one dress to wear at home, to wear out of the hospital to come home. I mean, so I have my robe, I have my dress. Sis have our snuggie. Because them place there is very cold and I am not about that life. So I have my snuggie. I have my blanket that I brought with me to spread on whichever bed them give me. Because why not? Again, it is a hospital. That is just me. It's just something I like to do. So yes, I bring my blanket. And I have my wash rag and my towel. I have a pair of slippers. Yes, I know they're going to give you the non-slippery socks, which are very comfortable, but I don't know, it's the Jamaican in me. So I went ahead and I packed my slippers anyhow, right? Most importantly, in my bag, I make sure I have a notebook for when my husband starts to go crazy. And if he can't find nothing, or whatever, call me old school, it is all on paper for the man, okay, with my doctor's important numbers and all of that, my cardiologist and, you know, OB, blah 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 blah, past and current OB. So that I have in here. Also I have a wash rag and a towel, and lastly my Lysol. Because why not? And who is going to tell me that when I get to the room, I cannot give it a second clean? Huh? Nobody. Nobody is going to tell me that. So, yes, so those are the things that I have in my bag. I did not pack any underwear. Because why? I am going to have a C-section and they are going to give you these mesh baggies to put on. Like, yeah, mesh baggy. Them big see-through ear one there, them they are gonna get for put on. So I low-key love those, by the way. I remember my first 2 deliveries, I wore them for weeks. They gave me a few packs of them to come home with, and I literally wore them for weeks because they were just so comfortable. So I am not going to argue. Last thing that I packed, did I say that was the last thing? I don't remember. Please forgive my foggy brain. But one thing that I did pack as well, I also packed my belly band. I have a belly band that I packed. depending, I guess, again on where you deliver, they have these in stock. Just, this is like one of my sweatbands, but this is not exactly what they give you, but they give you something to wrap around, because I mean, they're going through quite a couple layer of muscles to get that baby out. So yeah, it's going to be rough. So I went ahead and I packed my my belly band. I did not pack any bra. Your girl don't like to be restricted, period. So I did not pack any bra, and because the gonna get the mesh baggy, I did not pack any underwear. And then that is all in my bag. Third trimester, how do I feel? Very relieved. I am truly relieved that I am getting there, because over the last few weeks to a month or so, I started having, you know, the pelvic pains that usually come around this time. So much so I had to like buy one of the bands. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. So I had to buy a band and started wearing the band to kind of ease the pressure off of my pelvic area and stuff. So yes, I am relieved. I was having a conversation the other day with my stepmom, and she asked me if I was scared. And my husband asked me this already too. And I never get why they ask me that, because I'm like, Frida, what? Like, no, when your time come, your time just come. You know, God have your girl back all the way, and that's on period. So no, I am not afraid. I am very expectant, you know, and I am trusting God that he will definitely choose the right anesthesiologist. You know, so far I have gotten very good recommendations from my doctor, and I am still getting you know, reviews on him that he's a very good doctor and all of them things. So I trust that, you know, and visiting him over the last few months too, he's very informative. And so yeah, it's just one of them things. And of course, you always pray before you're going at them things here, right? So yeah, so no, I am not afraid. I am very expectant and I am excited. Can't wait. You know, you're going and you walk out to the miracle, all goes well, God's willing, you know. So yeah, I am not one to address certain things online, but I have seen where, you know, comments are made and people say things to the effect of, oh, if you didn't push out your child or you had a C-section, oh, they might think of you less of a mother, you're not as strong as, you know, whatever, all of them foolishness. But let me tell you, I still had a lot of contractions with my first two pregnancies. Lizzie was not as a planned C-section. She was not. She was just a big 9-pound baby, and she was not coming even at like 37 weeks going into 38 weeks. She was not coming. She was already at 9 pounds. My water was not breaking. Her heart rate was dipping. My blood pressure was rising. And so like something had to give. So she was not a planned C-section. With Ethan, I carried him very low. So I had a lot more pelvic pain with him than I'm currently experiencing. So him I carried low, and with both pregnancies, you know, working in the medical field, you are always on your feet. So I worked full term with both pregnancies. Unfortunately, with this one, I started experiencing, you know, some trouble earlier on in the first trimester, and I had to stop working with this one. And so I'm just getting too old for this. But nonetheless, God have your girl back all the way. So yeah, I am very expectant. I remember, yeah, going back to having contractions and the C-section. Yeah, I still had contractions with them, and you know, I had planned to push, and Another thing that I've always been asked, another thing that I was always asked is that after Lizzie, was there any way I could have a natural birth? Yes, I could have had a natural birth after Lizzie. However, you know, all them say African American mothers, when it come to hospital and giving birth, it's just like we're dead quicker than anybody else. So don't tell nobody. But yeah, you know, them have all of them things out there and stats show and all of that. In addition to that, with Lizzie, when I did my research, they said that you had to have a specialist. You had to have a specialist to perform, you know, to help you through that VBAC, that second delivery. If, you know, after a C-section, you're going to do the vaginal birth after a C-section. So it required a specialist, you know, because when it comes to the whole, you know, the uterus, prolapse, and all of them things, while baby I come, like, some things have to give. Like, I will not be that 1 out of the 500. So please give me the epidural, cut me and take out my baby, please, and ensure that me and him are both safe at the end of the day, to be honest. So yeah, and I want to share that the other day I was talking to another not old, Lord Jesus, but I was talking to a more mature lady friend of mine the other day as well, and her son is like 12 or 13, somewhere around there, and she started having some trouble with her cycle. And when she was having trouble with her cycle, she went ahead and she checked it out, you know, why her cycle progressed so long and all of them things. So when she checked it out, went to her doctor, they had to do some tests, she had to do an MRI. So after doing an MRI, they told her that she had to have a hysterectomy, you know, and she was just, okay, fine, going along with it and all of them things. So when she finally got her hysterectomy scheduled and all of that, and she went in the day of the procedure, turns out they could not do the hysterectomy because her abdominal wall was partially stitched to her uterus. Cause why? I don't know. You understand? So despite what anybody says out there about, you know, C-sections and a woman having a C-section and blah, 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 and a whole bunch of stuff, like, it is a lot riskier, in my opinion, and from my experience. Not to mention the recovery. It is very brutal. It is not an easy thing. With my first two, when I got home, you know, obviously them prescribe you the Percocet and all of that. I probably took 1 or 2 Percocets with Lizzie because we were able to have some help coming from Jamaica and all of that. So we had some help with Lizzie. With Ethan, not so much. I was home by myself most of the time with Ethan, so I could not take the Percocet route, but they did give me the 800 acetaminophen and some refills, and I pretty much just had to like keep up taking those as prescribed every 6 to 8 hours for the pain, and that helped me out really well. So with that, so yeah, I mean, looking forward to it. Trust that God pick out the people them already with it, you know, they in my midst in an hospital if they help me get through this. I am so excited. I am so relieved. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be sharing more videos. I do have an appointment this week coming up. I will be sharing more videos as the time draws nearer. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Or as my beloved daughter would say, make sure you click the bell down the bottom so you get the notification them so you know when your girl debuts. All right, cool. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.